Hello everyone, Donnie West here trying to get this thing figured out. I think I got it going my way right now. Hey, Donnie West here with Pie Master, just coming to you today from my kitchen here in South Texas. I'm just about to make a couple of pies and I wanted to come on. It's been some time since I've did a video. I have some on the Pie Master group page or site, and I know many of you have seen it, maybe some of you haven't, and I thought practice makes perfect. So I haven't been on in a while. I trust everyone's doing well. I'm going to show you again today how I make pie crust, and I hope that it will help you and be a blessing to you. I pray everyone is doing well. Hey, before we get started, I guess most of you know that our group is really growing. We're almost 3,500 people. That is absolutely amazing to me, and I want to thank my good friends who helped me with the admin, Pam Kleiser, who lives here around San Antonio with me in this area. Pam, thank you very much for all your work, and Glenn Manning up in Tyler, Texas. Thank you, Glenn, for setting up the things you do. We just got through setting up some new rules and trying to keep everything straight and everything going smooth and clean, and just changing a few things around, not to make it worse, but to make it better. This group is all about, it's simple. This group is all about simply you and your recipes. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. You and your recipes. If you have recipes that you have tried and proven, we'd like to hear about it with the pictures and the recipes. If you would, and you're welcome to post those. But we want to know what you've tried. And if you've tried some of our recipes, let me remind you that we have over 900 recipes in this group. That's a lot of good cooking from a lot of good people and a lot of good cooks. So let me encourage you to go to the files and check those out and try some of them. If you try some of them here on this Pie Master group, and let us know how it comes out for you. Give us some feedback. I want to thank all of you for being a part of answering some of the questions that I'm seeing on the group. Thank you for coming in there and answering some of those questions. I appreciate it very much. Hey, I got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I have sifted in an old sifter. It belonged to my wife's grandmother. I'm simply going to take a whisk, but before I do that, I wanted to show you I have 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to pour that into my dry ingredients. Before you put anything wet in it, take a good whisk that around good, all your dry ingredients. Make sure that's incorporated good. I hope this turns out well. I hope this helps somebody. Hey, if this helps you, let me know it. Give me some comments and some feedbacks, and if you like it, like it. If you don't. I got to get done. Susie's coming home here in just a few minutes. I got to get this kitchen cleaned up before she gets home, or I get in trouble. Next, we got 3/4 of a cup of shortening. We're going to pour that into our mix here. That's 3/4 of a cup of what I use is Crisco flavored, buttered flavor. Take a pastry cutter, something similar to this right here, and just begin to cut it in. You want to cut it into small pieces. Just take your time. Don't get in no big hurry. And whatever you do, don't panic. I remember the early times when I used to make this, I'd get so excited and so worked up that I would forget something. Let me encourage you also, as I'm cutting this in, when you're baking a pie, always get out all your ingredients and put them on the counter so that you have everything in the recipe that's visible. It's before you, and then you won't leave anything out, and everything will come together for you. I have left some stuff out in recipes before and just remembered it as soon as I put the thing in the oven. So for me, it's always good to get it out, put it in a small bowl, whatever you're going to need. you're going to have to get it out anyway. It's just a good reminder. Get everything out you need before you get started, okay? I'm going to put that aside there. I'm going to stir this up just a little bit with my wooden spoon here. All right, that's looking good. And you'll see what this looks like, sort of crumbly with lumps in it. It's got all this shortening in it, ready to go. Next, I have 3/4 of a cup of cold water that I'm going to start with. Drizzle in a little bit at a time. You don't want to pour it all in time, maybe a teaspoon at a time. And just give that a little round, a little turn like that. And you want to be easy with your spoon and whatever you're mixing your mixture with. You don't want to over mix it. You just kind of want to bring it together. So don't mix it hard. Just kind of fold it. Put you a little more in there. It's obvious we don't have enough. Okay, we're going to fold this around a little bit. You can see it's beginning to moisten up here. We're going to pour just a little more here. Maybe another teaspoon. Let that soak just a minute. Then we're going to just lightly turn this over. Stir from the bottom, turn it over a little bit, mash just a little bit if you have to. But you just want to be gentle. Be gentle with it. Don't be too hard on it. So we got to get I don't know why that's so funny, but anyway, a little more water. Remember, you can always add water, but you can't take water out. You just add a little bit more there. It's been some time since I've made a pie. I guess since Christmas, since I've made a pie. And so I'm doing this for a friend of mine. Okay. It's still kind of crumbly, but I believe by just looking at it, it's wet enough. Now I want to show you here. See how crumbled up that is? It looks like it to me. It has enough moisture in it to bring it together and put it on the board where you can begin to work with it. So we'll begin to do that. So let me put this down here, get my flour out over here, make sure I don't have nothing in the way of this camera. And then I just take my hand and start working around the bowl, mashing gently around the bowl like this. All right. Now I want to show you what I use. I use it's a thin, real thin cutting board, plastic cutting board that I've been using for some time. It works for me. Now when you're making pie crust, of course all of the ingredients and things are the same. You make it the same way. But what I've learned about mastering the pie crust is you've got to find out what works for you, what tools, what works, whatever works for you. Once you find that out, just keep doing it. I mean, it's your thing. You do what you want to with it. It's regardless of what anybody thinks. So anyway, I'm going to put down a little flour here. We're going to roll this out. Just right here, get my hands floured up a little bit. See how crumbly that is? I hope you can see that. Let me see if I can raise this up. I don't want to mess with moving that. See how that is? I don't want to move my camera because there's nobody here but me, and I'm a one-man crew. So now I'm going to begin to push this together and mash it together. Yeah, we got plenty. Boy, I get flour everywhere. Susie gets kind of aggravated at me, but she likes the end product. Okay. We're going to be making a delicious pie here today, but I wanted to show you this before. Now, I've got this kind of patted out here. You can see here, it's ready to roll. Let me throw these crumbs over here. All right, now I'm going to lay that aside and get me a little more flour because I don't want it to stick to this board when I lift it up. So now we're going to lay this out. We're going to take a big boy rolling pin, put a little flour on it. Then we're just going to begin to roll this thing out. What do you say? Well, what I should have done is, well, that's fine. We're going to begin to roll this thing out here. Let's see. Stay with me now. This may be a little bit long, but it takes time. If you got something else to do, then you just have to do it. And you want to turn that thing to you a little bit. And once you get it rolled out a little bit, you want to take a little more flour, put under the bottom of it here to make sure it doesn't stick. Then you want to continue to roll this out. Got some right there I need to bring together. All right, Donnie. Looking good. Looking good. All right. About the length of this thing is the thing of the. All right. Now I have a dish here. I use a clear cooking dish I've been using for some time, many years. Some of you may have something different. Anything will work. I put this right on top of the flour, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut some of this around through here. Just take your knife and take this aside here like this. Your extra, kind of eyeball it. Come right around through here. Make sure you don't cut off too much because you need everything you got to work with. Okay, now you're not going to see it, but I'm going to slip over here to the sink here and I'm going to flip this thing over. And there you go. I've got it back in the pie. Let me see if I can get this thing down just a little bit, up a little bit where you can see it a little more. Now just start gently putting this into your pie shell, your pie pan, and gently go around the sides like this right here. I take my finger and go around just like this right here. You want to make sure it's against the sides, and you want to make sure it's against the bottom. Next, we're going to go around through here like this and begin. Now we need a little bit right here already, so I'm going to rub a little bit right here. We're going to put this, we're going to go right around here like this. And we're going to fold this under. Fold all your pie crust under. Come right around the side of it here. Keep folding under. Like this right here. Need a little more right here, so I'm going to add on a little bit right there. Get up there like you need to be. Yeah, all right, once you've got that done, come back and press against the sides and make sure that everything is where it needs to be. Now the last part we're going to do here is we're going to crimp this thing. I take my thumb, you can use whatever, but I'm going to take my thumb and go right around through here. First I'm going to get some flour. Begin to crimp this just like this. Hey, I appreciate you all watching today. I love to make pies, and I had to cut back on these pies because the scales began to weigh a little bit. I don't know what was going on with all that. Anyway, I love a good homemade pie. You can't beat homemade crust. See how I'm doing that? Just come right around like this right here. And take your thumb and your two fingers there. Push that together just like that. Next, when I get through with that, I'm going to come back and make sure that it's still against the sides. Boy, that's looking good. There you have it. It's through. I've got that pie ready to go. Now, it's very important because you've had this out and everything's loosened up a little bit and the gluten is loosened up a little bit. Let me grab a towel. I don't see a towel. I have flour all over my fresh apron. Oh, mercy. Let me grab a towel. Hold on just a second. Got a little flour on me. When you get the pie complete, I would encourage you to put it in a freezer for about 15-20 minutes. That allows the gluten to relax and makes for a flakier, easier baking time for the pie. That's it, folks. As simple as that. And let me encourage you again today, if you make these pies and you fail at it, don't quit. Just keep making them. Don't give up, and you'll soon master it. I'll assure you this is going to be a good pie crust. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a pecan pie, and this will be a good pie crust. I will post the pecan pie pictures when I get it through, or I may even do a video. I know this is taking a little time, but again, I just wanted to come on. It's been a while since I've talked to all of you. I want to say what a blessing you are to me and to this group, and I'd like to encourage you to invite your friends and your family to be a part of this group. It's a very unique group. I know there's 4,000 groups with recipes and cooking groups and all that stuff, and that's great, but this is very unique in itself. Hey, invite your friends and family. We'd love to have them. We continue to grow. As we continue to grow, we continue to build community. And that's it for me. I pray many blessings over you and your family. Be blessed. This is Donnie West with Pie Master. Hey, we're building community, one recipe at a time. Thank you very much.